Good evening, everybody. Phil here. Welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Friday, the 10th of October, 2025. Now, first off, before we even start, you might be like, wait a minute, Phil, again? This is like over a week you've just been wearing your old t-shirts from like a decade ago. I thought you changed up your style. Well, here's the truth. Today was the actual day they forecasted. All day long, it would be cloudy, rainy, and cool outside. Take a wild guess. What happened today? Just take a wild guess. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was cool and rainy in the morning. So actually, when I started my broadcast early on, everything was fine. But as the afternoon progressed and I started playing Battlefield 6 for the first time, the sun came out. My office heated up. And guess what temperature it was in here? 86 degrees Fahrenheit. So I was sitting in here trying to learn a very difficult FPS in the middle of a sauna hotbox. It was very annoying. And it definitely added to my struggle today trying to learn Battlefield 6. So allow me to be as honest as possible. Today, I sucked ass at Battlefield 6. Okay? It wasn't until I would even argue the last 30 to 40 minutes that finally it clicked. I figured out kind of how I wanted to play it, and then I started doing decently. But dude, let me just tell you, this game is just so different from Call of Duty. In every way, shape, or form. That's funny. We've got an auto resub while I'm doing my daily wrap. In every way, shape, and form, this game is so ridiculously different from Call of Duty. You cannot run and gun. You cannot go off by yourself. You cannot make a huge impactful difference usually alone. And that sucks. Like, for example, let's say in Call of Duty, your team is down. Well, you're like, well, maybe I can go on a tear. Maybe I can get on a kill streak and get a score streak in here. And the next thing you know, we're back. That doesn't happen in Battlefield. In Battlefield, if the momentum shifts against you and your team, chances are you're losing. And that's kind of a frustrating thing, especially for someone like me who's only been playing Call of Duty for many years. Remember, I skipped both Battlefield, what was it, like 2042 and 5, or was it 5 and 2042? I basically skipped them all. I think I may have tried like the betas or whatever, but I never played them seriously. So I don't have the knowledge or the experience, or really, I'm not really remembering how to play this game. So today we started with Conquest. It did not go well. Basically what happened was this. I tried to play Conquest as an engineer, but every time that I tried to get the drop on a vehicle, I couldn't really find one. So then I said, all right, well, maybe I should go to Assault. And then as soon as I would start playing Assault, I'd run into a vehicle and I'd get squished because I'm not an engineer and I can't blow it up. So then I would say, all right, let's go Recon. Let's actually try some sniping. And I swear to you, you can watch the footage and judge for yourself. Maybe I'm wrong, and if I am, fine. Because, again, I know I suck at Battlefield 6. I'm not going to say anything different, okay? I swear to you, there were times when I had people dead to rights, when I had them in my sights, when I fired and the game was like, you missed, and I just died instantly. I just don't get it. There was a time I was actually on a building down and getting the drop on everyone who didn't even know I was up there. I went, but took right to his body. You could even see like a smoke cloud at their feet where the bullet hit the building. No damage. They survived, and then they killed me. So that was Conquest. And basically what happened was I played Conquest for a good like 2 hours, and everyone was like, dude, this is so boring. And I was like, well, why do you think it's boring? Well, because it's too slow. Sometimes you're running across the map to find the enemies. It takes 2 minutes. You instantly get sniped. Now you got to go spawn again. Now it's the same thing. We want to see action. We want to actually see stuff happen. And I said, all right, let's try different modes. We tried Breakthrough. There's another version of Conquest. I forget what it's called. We tried that one. We actually went to Rush, and we started doing the faster-paced Rush gameplay. Basically, by the end of the first stream, it was not going well at all. All right? So I said to everyone, this is bad. I basically am doing horribly. I even, not jokingly, I said this had to have been the absolute worst premiere stream that anyone has ever done of Battlefield 6. I can't imagine anyone playing worse than that, because I doubt I even had a single game with a positive kill death ratio in the first 3.5 hours that I played today. That's how bad it was, okay? And it wasn't like, oh, I'm fumbling with the keyboard and mouse, not that. And it wasn't like, oh, this or that. There's really no excuse. I couldn't get into the groove of playing this game. And it was frustrating because people were like, well, dude, you bought the game. You said you're playing it a lot this week. What's going to happen? And I'm like, I don't know. All I can say is, let's take a break. Let's come back tonight. Let's regroup. Let's see how the late stream does. So that's exactly what we did. Came back, regrouped, late stream starts. First, I started having internet issues. My internet was fluctuating for like 15 minutes. I was like, that's not good. But then it went away, thankfully. as soon as the noise was out of the lines, I decided let's see what we can do with customizing loadouts. So we did, and I realized, wow, to actually customize your loadout in this game, you got to play a ridiculous amount because it's hard to unlock guns. Like I was looking, I'd only unlocked a very small amount of guns in the 3.5 hours I had played. I think I was like level 8 or 9, and I had like almost nothing unlocked. I was like, wow, this really stinks. So I just did a little bit of customization. I think in the assault class, I swapped from the assault rifle to the carbine. Okay. Anyway, the one thing in common that I at first did not like today, it just seemed to me that every single time that I had the opportunity to shoot an enemy, I would kill an enemy and immediately the squad spawn would happen and the squad would come right around the corner and kill me. So anytime I got a kill, I was going to get killed again, no matter what. It was like, you're going to get one kill, you're going to die. It was very hard for me to get any more than one kill for most of the first part of the day. One thing that I noticed is that almost all the weapons have no bullets. Like the assault rifle. Guy's right in front of you. So you aim and fire. Okay, he's dead. You really don't even have enough ammo to turn to the next enemy and get a kill on them. You're out. You have to reload. Well, guess what? Squad spawn. You're dead. So that's why you can't play this like Call of Duty. You can't be a one-man army, rush in and kill a whole group. You don't have enough ammo. So because of that, I was having a really hard time, to be honest. So we started with more rush tonight. I was getting frustrated. I was like, I think we should just go back to Conquest because even though it was slow paced, I think that's the way that I'm going to learn the game better and maybe start with actual trying to do the squad spawning and things like that. So we went back to Conquest, and it just so happens I unlocked a new gun, a new LMG. I said, only take a look at it. It was funny because I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's an LMG, but it has like a sight that's like a good magnification. It's like 3 times magnification. That's weird for an LMG. Also, it looks like an assault rifle. Why does it look like an assault rifle? So I just, on a whim, I equipped it to the engineer class. I started using it. This is like the best gun in the game so far for me. Okay? It reloads insanely fast, even though it's an LMG that has way more bullets. I think I want to say the clip had like maybe 60 bullets. It had more than a standard assault rifle. It just goes click, click, easy reload. So there's no detriment to it being an LMG. It actually zooms in well and actually acts almost like a mid-range assault rifle, but it has the power of an LMG and it kicks ass. So groups of enemies are coming at me. I'm going kill, kill, kill. I'm able to get double, triple kills with this thing. So wait, the problem was the guns? Yeah, the starter guns of Battlefield don't seem very good at all. You have to grind a bit to start unlocking the better guns. And once you get to that tier of weapons, now all of a sudden it's good. Someone had told me the later sniper rifles are much better. The later sniper rifles almost always kill with one shot. So it doesn't matter that you hit and they don't die, then they kill you instantly like that's happening to me earlier. You'll be fine. But you have to unlock them. You have to play a lot. I was like, really? So basically, the game has an early game grind to get to the better weapons. Dang, that's a little frustrating, but okay, at least I know that now, right? So I started playing with this new LMG, and guess what? I started getting crazy good kill streaks. I started getting a good kill death ratio. One match, I think I was like 11-2, something like that, 12-2. Keep in mind that some of the matches I joined in progress and stuff like that. But even by the end of the night, I mean, as soon as I started using that LMG, so about 45 minutes to an hour, every match I had a positive kill death ratio and I was doing better. I started playing more strategically with my team. It was just crazy. So out of all the gameplay I'm putting out today, 5 videos, out of the over 5 hours I played, the last hour was actually good. Outside of that, I was just flubbing, sucking, raging, being awful. And the thing is, I think now I will turn around because now that I'm going to start playing, I'll start to learn the maps better because I've played it now for 5 hours. I'll start to unlock the better weapons. So once I get another sniper rifle, I absolutely want to try that. I do not like that first sniper rifle. And hopefully things will turn around and get better. I feel like, again, once I learn placements of vehicles and how to drive them and stuff, it will get better. It's frustrating that day one, this game had a big learning curve. And it seemed like everyone else already knew what they were doing. More than likely, everyone played that shit out of the beta or have played the previous 2 Battlefields that I skipped. The last Battlefield that I played significantly was Battlefield 1. That came out in 2016. So 9 years is a long time to be away from a franchise and try to jump back into it. And I'm not making excuses. I sucked. Okay? I hope that you'll still watch the gameplay. I hope you do still enjoy it. You'll probably enjoy laughing at how bad I was. But if you actually want to see me learn and get better and start to do well, the final video tonight, part 5, the final hour, that's the part to watch. That's the one where I actually got pretty good. Okay? Now, great day. Guess what? We hit the goals both streams. What? I know. What? Why? If I sucked so bad, why did we hit the goals both streams? Honestly, I think what it was is people came by and they appreciated the fact that I was trying. I wasn't giving up. I wasn't rage quitting, but I wanted to keep playing and learning. And it made people commit. They said, yeah, we want to see you keep playing this game because we feel like you can persevere and get better. So thank you for that. We're now at 4 out of 10 goals. Remember, DSP Tries It reward coming up will be Arby's steak nuggets and probably some other stuff from Arby's, but those steak nuggets is the focus. So let's talk. Tomorrow I'm off. Finally, I got a day off. Let's hope that when I come back on Sunday, it actually is cool because taking a look at the weather, it claims that on Sunday, it's supposed to be raining all day long and the coolest temperatures that we have had so far this season. So it might be a ridiculously cool day. If it is, I can go back to wearing the clothes that I like to wear. But it's just been so dang warm in the office. I couldn't, imagine if it was 85, almost 90 degrees and I'm trying to wear 2 shirts in here. Anyway, so hopefully it does cool down. Hopefully you guys will come by on Sunday. What are we doing on Sunday? Level 1 podcast returns. I'll talk more about Battlefield. We'll talk about any gaming news, whatever's going on. Then it's time for another Silk Song stream where we're going to free the prisoner who's been imprisoned at the beginning of Sinner's Road for a while. We'll do that first, see where that leads us. Apparently there's 1 or 2 more final secret areas I can go to. And then lastly, finish Act 2. So we'll see how far we can get on Sunday. And then Sunday night, more Battlefield 6, where yes, I'll jump in. I'll start using that LMG again, and we'll see where the night takes us. All right? Everyone, thank you so very much. I really appreciate you all. You're all awesome. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for watching and supporting me sucking at a game today. But I think we can do it. I think we can turn it around. I can get better if I commit to it. And, I want to play it a lot this week. I want to do several sessions of it. So we'll see how it goes. Okay? All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a good night. I'll see you all Sunday. Peace out.